And I'm Georgie.
And we're the Happy Vegan Couple. Happy New Year 2016.
Yes.
And we're so excited because we have new people joining Happy Vegan Couple from all over the world.
Every day.
Beautiful faces. Cambodia,
Austria,
Egypt,
Dubai,
Bahrain,
all over the United States.
So wherever you're at, thank you for joining us.
Definitely.
And we're so happy that more of you are wanting to eat plants and keeping the planet in a good place and saving more animals. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that.
And being healthy. Thank you too.
Yeah. So what are we making, Georgie?
We're going to make Kik and Gomen. They're both Ethiopian dishes. The Kik is made with yellow split peas. The Gomen plate is made out of collard greens.
Both nutritional powerhouses.
And you can even take these two dishes and put them together and make yourself wraps for the lunch the next day. We get them downtown they're already mixed up with wraps from this Ethiopian restaurant that we go to, and they're delicious. So
yeah, or
hopefully we can pass it on.
Or you can serve it with rice, or if you know how to make the traditional Ethiopian bread, which we haven't learned yet, called injera, you would eat it with that. But there's so many ways to do it, and we're going to show you. This is the yellow split pea. For me, is like a staple recipe. I like having that in the house, and we'll eat it at any time of the day as just a good snack. So anyways, are we ready to get going?
I'm ready to go. Let's get going.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Okay, everyone, here goes another recipe. This one's Kik. It's an Ethiopian dish. It's made with yellow split peas. I'll show you all the ingredients, and we're going to step over to the stove, and I'll show you how to put it together. First, we have 3 cups of yellow split peas, and 3 cups of water to cook it in. We have 1 medium onion, which is diced up. We have 1 tablespoon of ginger. This is what the ginger looks like before you shave all of the skin off, and this is kind of a piece that you shave it. And I kind of use the smaller part of the grater to get my ginger shaved up. And then I have 3 cloves of garlic that are diced up here. I have 1/2 tablespoon of turmeric, a 1/2 tablespoon of pink salt, and I have a 1/4 cup of veggie broth to saute my onions in. So if you want to take a break, I'll come back and I'll show you how to throw it under the stove, and it's really simple to make. So, okay, Denise?
All right.
Okay, everyone, let's get started. I've taken my 3 cups of split peas and I've rinsed them off. It's very important to rinse whatever you get from the store. You don't know what's been touched. I've got the water already started here. I'm going to put it in that hot water for 30 minutes.
And what temperature?
I got to get it boiling. It was boiling a second ago, but you get it boiling, then you turn it down to about, I would say, halfway, medium. You don't want to cook it too fast because it does need to absorb all the moisture. Once that gets going, I'll turn it down. Okay, I put a lid on it so that the moisture stays in. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of the vegetable broth in my frying pan. This is to saute my onions. We don't use oil, so go ahead and throw these in. And we're going to stir these up just until they start turning translucent.
And what temperature is that, Georgie?
This is at a high right now to get these going. Might be a second here. I should have had that going in a second. But once we do all this and we put all this together and then our split peas are cooked, we just throw this mixture in with that, cook it for another 30 minutes, and voila, you have your dish. So these are starting to simmer here. Get a different height. Very easy dish to make. You can throw it in a crock pot, cook it overnight.
And it's very affordable. Sure. Buying legumes is one of the most affordable sources of protein out there. We often buy ours from like the bulk section. I don't know if stores buy our listeners or viewers, if they have that. You can buy them in bags too. But if you can get them in bulk, and we also buy organic ones, it might be even more affordable.
When it's possible, we try to buy organic all the time. So Sometimes it's hard to do that. But you don't want all those pesticides and junk inside your food. Okay, these have gone pretty good. It's just only been a few seconds and they're already starting to turn translucent. And I'll add my garlic, my ginger. Oop. Stir that up a little. That was for my rice that I've got cooking. I got rice cooking ahead of time. We're using the California wild rice we get from Trader Joe's here in town. It's our favorite rice. So.
It's so good.
Yes, it is. It's easy to cook too. Okay, add my turmeric, my salt.
And of course, you know, people can adjust the spices. If you like more garlic and more ginger, you know, go ahead and put that in once you make the dish. And if you want it a little spicier.
I can smell that turmeric. Put a little bit more vegetable broth in here.
And as many of you might know, if you've seen our turmeric video, turmeric is a wonderful anti-inflammatory spice.
Okay, that's what it takes. That's the ingredients for the split peas, the onions and the turmeric and all that. It's ready. Okay, everyone, this is what my peas look like. I've cooked them for 45 minutes. Now I've added 3 cups of water. It took a lot more water than I expected. So what I'm going to do now is add my mixture. I did add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, which Denise requested. She likes that with her turmeric. So all you do is just dump your mixture into your split peas. Stir it up. I'm not going to change the color any because they're yellow, but it'll make it a little bit oranger.
And the reason why I suggested the black pepper is because it increases the bioavailability of the turmeric. So just might as well boost that good anti-inflammatory property because we all got stuff going on.
Okay, now I got this all mixed together. I'm going to cook it another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. I might have to add a little bit more moisture until my peas are done. And you're going to want it to where your peas smash very easily. Okay, and we're going to put it on the stove and come back. We're going to show you how to make the gomen.
All right, Georgie.
Okay. Okay, everyone, here's the second part of this Ethiopian dish. It's called gomen. It's made with collards. I'm going to show you my ingredients. I have vegetable broth, which I'm going to saute my onions in again. I have 1/3 cup of red onions. There's a red onion right there. I have 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, fresh minced ginger. I have 2 cloves of minced garlic, and I have a little over 2 cups, almost 3 cups of chopped collards, and this is about the size 1 inch by 1 inch, and some salt to give it some flavor later on. This is what a collard looks like before you actually chop it up. What I'm going to do is show you a little bit how to cut it and the quickest way. First you want to do is take this big crunchy part off of the end here. It's real tough. What I do is I'll fold it in half again, straight down the middle, just like that. Then I'll have one more cut, like that. There it is. So let me go ahead and go over here to the stove, get it all set up, and I'll show you how to cook it. And it only takes a second.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, everyone, let's get to this cooking. I got this up on high right now to give me a nice hot dish. I'm going to put in a little bit of vegetable broth. It calls for water, but I like to put vegetable broth. It gives a little bit more flavor. And all you need is a little bit to coat the bottom of this dish a little bit. Just about like that. I would say 3 tablespoons. Stick the collards in there. My garlic.
Now, how come you don't do the onions and the garlic by itself? Some people might be wondering.
This is the way I do it. You can do it the other way. I like to get the garlic into the collards first. Then I'll take a little bowl here. Put the onions right down in the middle. Cover them up.
By the way, in Dr. Greger's new book, How Not to Die, in the section when he's talking about onions, Georgie, he actually says that he eats a lot of red onions over the other ones because the bright red color of it means more antioxidants.
Eating the rainbow.
Better for our health.
Eating the rainbow.
Yep.
You can see I'm tossing it, kind of like when you toss a salad. That way I'm cooking it evenly. Once I get it about halfway done here, I'm going to go ahead and add the ginger. Now I might have to add a little bit more vegetable broth to give it more moisture, and I probably will. Another 2 or 3 tablespoons. And this whole time I've got this on high as I'm spinning it around and turning it and mixing all the ingredients together.
And some people like their collard greens a little softer than others, so you just have to decide what your preference is, how long you're going to cook it.
Okay. What do you think of that?
That looks
That
pretty.
looks delicious.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a couple more seconds, a little bit more veggie broth.
And of course, eating greens is one of the best things you can do for your health.
Collards and kale, collards and kale.
Yep. And you can make this also with spinach. It might be called something slightly different, but in the Ethiopian restaurants, often there's a choice between like this kind of dish, one with collard, one with spinach.
Okay, there's our dish. We're going to let that sit for a second. I'm going to put a lid on it and just get some steam going on it to make our collards a little bit softer. But I'm going to take it off of the heat until our split peas are done. They'll be done in another 15 minutes and we'll be back to show you the rest.
All right, can we just take a peek at the split peas?
Sure.
How they're looking?
Real quick. There you go.
Alrighty, they still need a while, I can tell.
Another 20, 30 minutes. So. Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Alrighty.
Okay, everyone. I actually cooked these for about an hour and 20 minutes. I did add 3 more cups of water. Now, what I'm going to do before we serve this is to get some of the tough beans out. I just take it against the side of the pan and smash them with I have a flat spatula here. You can see it's flat. I just splash them against there just to make a paste, but you don't want too much of a paste because you do want some of that split pea crunchiness. Okay, let's take this and I'm going to take it over here to the plate here and we're going to serve it up and show you what it looks like. And it tastes delicious, I tell you right now. Okay.
All right.
Okay, everyone, my Kik and my Gomen is ready. Before I put it on the plate, I'm going to make a little wrap out of it. Just add a little bit of the Kik to it, like that. A little bit of the, Gomen.
That's all you're going to put in?
Oh, just hold on. Take it, just roll it up.
Lunch for tomorrow.
Lunch for tomorrow. Okay. This is the way we typically serve it. We put a little dollop there. Some rice on the side.
You meant split pea, babe, not dollop.
A dollop of split peas, yeah.
Oh, dollop. I thought you meant Indian doll.
Some Gomen. There's the one with the rice, which Denise likes. I like mine just with the Gomen. And there's what's for dinner. I'm going to serve on the side some pears that I sprinkled some cinnamon and nutmeg on and baked in the oven on 350 for about 30 minutes covered. And we're going to eat that. And there's a little bit of lemon water and we're set, Ethiopian style.
All right.
We'll be back in a second.
Okay, well, we're ready to eat. We're hungry, but we just wanted to give you a couple of tips because it does take a while to cook the yellow split pea. And so you might not want to make this if you're like rushing home from work and you only have like a half an hour to cook dinner.
Right.
So Georgie has a couple tips on the best time maybe or the way to make the yellow split pea.
Yeah, take your split peas and soak them for a couple hours in water, in cold water, or you can put them in a crock pot and cook it overnight. You just put it all together in one pot. You make your onions and all that together, and then you add it to your crock pot and cook it overnight. And
I love actually doing that. You wake up in the morning, you got the good smell of something that's been cooking all night, and all you need to do is like stick your pot in the fridge if you're off for the day.
Quick
you know,
and
maybe
easy.
grab some for lunch, you know, and do that. So, until next time, I'm Denise.
And I'm Georgie.
And we're the Happy Vegan Couple. And before we say goodbye, I just want to tell you, when I show the recipe, we're going to just play a little bit of music from one of our favorite Tucson activities, Global Chant. 50 to 100 people get together and we sing chants from different spiritual traditions. And some of us play music as well, guitars. Georgie and I, we both play an African drum called the djembe to it. Anyways, we just love the music, so we thought we'd give you a sample. So until then, we hope you go plant-based. See you next time.
Bye.
Recipe coming up. Bye.
Bye-bye.